All right, we are here on another episode of After Dinner. Welcome. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. Thank you. We are tonight I'm actually doing commentary on a dessert that I was tagged on once again on Facebook. And it is called the carrot cake muffin with cheesecake filling. Now, I don't know if I would agree with the whole cheesecake filling part. But I will give you that a little bit later. But I'm actually going to introduce my guest. He is a brother of mine, a brother from another mother. And actually, it's so crazy because when I start doing like these somewhat commentary dessert things, I think he was the first person. Yeah, he was. And I was so excited because they did a video, like a 2-year anniversary video on Facebook. And I hit him up and I was like, Lee, we got to do it again because somebody commented on your status and was like, man, I really, really like this. And I was like, well, let's do it again. But I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, brother from another mother. Give us a short introductory.
What's going on? Leonte is here. Leonte is Sumler on Facebook. I'm known as the Detail Guy. The owner and operator of Lee's Detail on the Go, located in Forestdale. 1240 Forestdale Boulevard. Yep, he meant follow your detail needs, and I am accompanying Miss Kenya, sister, business partner, associate, assisting her tonight on this tasting of this well prepared.
Now, he want to act shy. That's what I'm cracking up about. You want to act shy. It's okay. I know you're warming up. You good.
It's all good, man. They know I'm trying to get into this.
But as you know how this goes, we're going to give our commentary on desserts. And you're probably going to do a little chopping up over some things that's happening in our life. You know, right now we're still dealing with the Corona situation. Last episode, I believe I was talking to Deshaun, and he was talking about how it was affecting him from an employee point of view, a 9-to-5, but Lee has his own business. He jumped out there, I think, I want to say a year and a half ago. You jumped out on faith. You decided to do it for yourself.
Like 4.
It was 4. Damn, what then? Yeah. Shit, it's been 4, y'all. I done lost count, or I don't know how to do math. One of the other.
Time flies on.
So I'm happy. Hey, everybody. I'm streaming on Facebook tonight. Thank you all, 13 of you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm also doing podcasts. And we're going to let this thing flow smoother than it was last time. So let's go ahead and taste this dessert first. And then we're going to get into how business is treating you in this pandemic that we are going through. So we are sampling once again the carrot cheesecake muffin with the cheese. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Let me slow down. It's the carrot cake muffins with cheesecake filling. This is how it look, you guys, on Facebook. It has, no, let me read the ingredients. I'm going to let you try it. Leah's over here sampling, but I'm going to go ahead and read the ingredients off. It has all-purpose flour. One of the flours that I mainly use in my cakes or any dessert. I usually use all-purpose flour. It has sugar. It has brown sugar. It has baking soda. It has baking powder. It has ground cinnamon, ground ginger, salt, eggs, water. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. With this recipe, I put in buttermilk. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I did it. I was doing an apple spice cake earlier today, and I had some buttermilk left over. And I said, hey, why don't I go ahead and put some buttermilk in it? Because I'm not with that whole putting water in my desserts. I like my desserts to have flavor. Uh-huh. And butter and milk usually adds the flavor to any dessert. I learned that when I was working at a bakery in Homewood. Also, this recipe has vegetable oil in it and carrot cake. Now, when I first started doing carrot cake, it seemed like a lot of the recipes that I kept finding called for too much oil. So what I did was I took some of the oil out and I added pineapple juice. Now, one thing about baking, when you take something out, especially when it's liquid, you need to substitute it. You don't want to add too much and you don't want to leave too much out. So if I'm doing a cup of milk and I decided I don't want to do milk, but I want to do pineapple juice, I'm going to have to put pineapple juice in replacement of the milk. So that's what I did with the water. I didn't want to do just water. I wanted to do something else, and I had some buttermilk left over. And so I added buttermilk in place of the water. Hi, once again, hey everybody on Facebook. I'm sorry I can't press all the waves, but I'm going to try to wave at you as I go. But Lee's half of his muffin is almost gone, so I want to give his take.
On the muffin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, the muffin is I'm just saying this because you're my homie, but this is good. This is real deal good. I mean, no, like the texture of it. I've never had anything with the cheese, with the cheesecake filling,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crust on top. The crystallization on top.
Mm-hmm.
You can make me a whole bed of that. You can give me a whole bed of that. But it's fluffy. It's moist. I can tell the buttermilk is definitely in it. It's definitely busting out with flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a nice blend.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a real nice blend. In fact, let me get back to it.
Now, I'm a critic of my own work. And I will say this. If I could do it all over again, which I will do it all over again, I will not add the buttermilk next time. I will definitely not put the water in there. But it either have to be pineapple juice or apple juice. That extra sweetness goes a long way, because when I first bit into it, and like I said, I'm a big critic of my own work, I really didn't taste the sugar like I wanted to taste. And my mother said it was sweet enough.
It's in there.
It's in there. I can't taste it.
Of course, it's cooked. So you have to have.
You know what? Let me keep it real. Let me keep it real with you all. So, I drink wine. And I think what happened was I didn't wash my palate out. That might have been it. I'm thinking of anything what it could have been, because you're the second person that said you tasted the sugar. And I was like, I really don't taste the sugar.
It's in there.
But then my mother said she didn't taste the cinnamon. I taste the cinnamon.
Cinnamon in there.
Now, can you taste the carrots?
The carrots? I'm getting the cream. I'm getting the cinnamon. I'm getting the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
The buttermilk, because it gives that richness. So it's rich.
Mm-hmm.
And you put lemon in here too?
No, I didn't. But you may. I'm not doubting that you taste it. I'm not doubting it, because sometimes you can taste other stuff.
These ingredients you got in here now, they're making everything go together.
Okay.
So it's not too sweet. Mm-hmm. It's not too dense. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It go down good. A good cold glass of milk. Knock out the park. Mm-hmm.
I should have fixed you some cold glass of milk. I'm up here. He about to choke to death. He ain't got nothing to drink.
Yeah. It's cool. And see, that top is everything.
Now, when he says the top, I forgot to mention to you all who can't see on Facebook. I'll show you all again. Ooh. It's the strudel. And that has flour, sugar, melted butter, vanilla extract, and cinnamon. And I love the way this recipe told me to make it. I usually make it by hand, but this one called for a fork. Ooh, I'm spitting. This one calls for a fork, and it just made it look better.
And you can't taste the carrot too.
Yeah, my mom said she didn't taste the carrot.
You can never taste the carrot, but everybody got different taste buds.
That's true.
So you could take this right now and let a complete random stranger try it, and they fall in love with it. It's everything. They'll gobble it right up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because sometimes when people are tasting something, and your mind, you're looking for a taste, it messes your sense of taste up, because you're thinking too about what you're looking for. Like, I need to be tasting this, and then So that's another thing too, though. Yeah. To give it to somebody that don't know what you made it, they didn't read the ingredients. It's just, here, taste this, and tell me what you think. Because think about it, if you tell a person everything, and they read it, and they're like, oh yeah, she put this in, this in here. Oh yeah, so I know they already have an idea in their mind of what it's supposed to taste like.
So being, and I'm glad you said that. That makes sense. But being as critical as I am, do you think I should change it a little bit, or is it good just the way it is? Because I like to add my own little.
Well, you can if you want, but I would definitely debut them as they are.
Okay. Yes.
Probably get some more reviews on it.
Okay.
Because and then you always know you can't please everybody.
That's true.
So everybody's not everybody's not going to be rooting for a certain dish, and then some things are just not to someone's liking.
That's true.
So you just have to pretty much play that by ear too, because it just is what it is. You're gonna have that. But if you have a majority yeses compared to the no's, then you win. I won't change them anything. Yeah, cater to them. Cater to the yeses.
Right. Now he said that you cater to them, because sometimes we like stuff, but we're really catering to our customers. Let me change subject real quick. Laquita Danzy, hey girl, on Facebook asked me a very good question. Do you make stuff for people who cannot have eggs? Do I make vegan? I'm just gonna say that. Do I make vegan desserts? Yes, I do. And I would love if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Velvet Cake with a K, K-A-K-E LLC on YouTube. I have a video about a vegan dessert. I think it's 2 vegan desserts that I made on there. And also the podcast, my very first episode was about my vegan butter. So I do dabble into vegan dessert. So definitely hit me up. I'm still doing deliveries in this crisis, in this pandemic. And speaking of this pandemic, how is it treating you as a business owner?
It's given me a lot of downtime. To me, it's created time for me to get things done. I've actually learned to take advantage, rather it be a disadvantage.
Right. Oh yeah. I like
turn around, capitalize on it, instead of thinking about what you're losing. And then also, it's the people and the way they live their lifestyles. Some people like me, compared to a everyday out and about everyday social person, is going to affect them more than the person that just normally goes to work, handle business, goes home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff that I say, it hits and affects everybody in different areas. Like with me, the volume hasn't been there, but it's been steady. I haven't had to work as hard. The financial side, the wing, but that's why you have to prepare for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. As far as doing business, when everything's rolling good, when the sun out, when you're selling cakes, you know what I'm saying, and everything is moving, got to put some of that money back. You know what I mean?
Right.
To have these type of funds to kind of get you through. You know what I mean?
Well, what if you're a person that works a 9 to 5 or have a small business, but you're doing good by paying bills, but let's be for real. I'm sure all of us have been somewhere in our life, I'll get it in a minute, where we were making money, but we couldn't save money. And you might have been paying your bills on time, but you still didn't have what you need to save. So what do you do if you making money but you can't save money?
Can't save.
I mean, it's hard for. I mean, I'm not asking you like a solution, but it's like that's something that people were, facing. Like they were making the money, but then this crisis happened, and now they lost their income. And then some people, not saying yourself, but some people were like, well, they should have been able to save, and that's not everybody's reality.
Yeah, with that, and that's true. A lot of households, a lot of entrepreneurs and 9 to 5 workers. Yeah, that's not the reality. And the thing about it is, you have to just keep going. A lot of people lose all their they lose all their faith. They lose that what was driving them. Yeah. And so in these times when that happens on the financial, when you don't have it, it's like you don't have it.
You just don't have it.
And I know it's tough.
Yeah.
Certain things you have to just let go.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have to regroup. Because like I said, everybody don't have that fund in the bank where they can go and say, well, I got 10,000 over here. I'll be good. My business will be able to flourish because it's not. So it's like a chain reaction. And the thing about it is, try your best not to stress about it, because if you're sitting still, and you have no options, just kind of find a way to just channel that energy without going crazy. And I know some people build their business up and then it goes on a standstill, and it's hard to bounce back from it. Like people who couldn't sell their Easter baskets. You know what I'm saying? Because everything going on. And you have some people that around this time is their peak season. They couldn't even peak. So now it's like, what do we do? That was that 5,000 or that 10,000 that I would normally get. Just like with an income tax, check, like it's like the same thing. Like all year, people haven't saved anything, get this lump sum money, but guess what? Everything has to dish out. It has to be sorted out. Money got to go over here. You playing catch up, but then you back at square one, and it's frustrating for a lot of Americans. Men, women, black, white. You know what I mean? But the only thing you can do is try your best. And when all else fails, just pray about it and then just find a way.
But I like what you said earlier when you said you got to take an advantage of something that is a disadvantage, the situation that we're in. And that's the key thing. You have to take advantage. You have to see, okay, yes, this is downtime. This is the time to plan. This is the time to get creative. What can I do differently? So when we do come out of this, people, I'm on their minds. I'm fresh on their minds, like what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to look at your business, revamp, see, what can I do when we do get out of this? Because we're eventually going to get out of it. Hell, they're talking about opening up the doors of the world sometime soon.
No, like May, as soon as like May 1st or whatever the date. But you know what's going to be crazy? Even when people think you're coming out, it's going to be people that's going to still be in it. It's going to be people that's still living in it, because
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because everybody, it's not a reset button. Like when when you reset a phone, all it is lost. When you do like a factory reset and no cloud, no backup, it's completely lost. So you have to build back all those contacts. You know what I mean? It's just like losing a phone. You just lost all of everything you had. And so it's rebuilding. Now the thing about it is, are you willing to rebuild?
That's right.
Are you willing to continue to put the same effort you was putting into it? Some people just lay down and just die. They just say, well, we can't do this. Like Logan's, they won't be opening back up.
Yeah, that's crazy. I worked there for 5 years.
It took I know. And see how things can change. And they've been around since forever. But they took a financial hit. They just couldn't shake back. It'll take a long time to rebuild. So the CEOs and the people over them, they made some decisions in the room. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. Everybody got their little money. Is a wrap. We're hanging it up. Somebody buy the buildings. Or they'll come back under a new name, because when people file bankruptcy and they go bankrupt, another company come in with some money. They either work the under the table deal, where like Logan's gonna quit, but we might open it back up and tweak the name a little bit. You know what I mean? So there's always ways around it. But like now, at a time like this is a time for.
Go ahead. You can keep going.
Yeah, but at a time like this is a time for people to kind of strategize. You sit in front of the computer mostly all day. This could be that time of your research, and like you said, finding some ways to reinvent yourself or to stay relevant. Whatever you're doing, stay relevant. And with that keyboard is a lot of valuable information that you can take advantage of. It's so many people in the world that you can get your business to. You just have to, like I said, closed mouth won't get fed. So you got to seek knowledge, get advice, talk to people, figure it out. Because together, if everybody work together,
we'll be all right.
Even though our businesses are separate,
But we still work together.
We can still get together on how we can promote and how we can put more cakes in their mouths. Put this like a simple share. You know, you sharing me, I'm sharing you. They colliding it, putting it together. So it's relevant.
Have you ever thought about doing a YouTube channel for like every car that you detailed? Like put a short clip on YouTube?
Look, people have ran that by me, right? Me personally, I have not reached my peak potential because just from Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, I could do more. But my thing is, I have a strategy of this. I don't have a big team, a wide, like a strong like team. So the way I do it is I do it to where I can control it. One thing about business, if it all go to hell, like if it all
you cuss on here.
Like can you handle like if your workers don't show up, if your assistant don't show up, can you handle it? Can you make your deliveries? You know what I mean?
That's true. But you don't need a big team for I promise you don't need a team for YouTube.
Yeah, you don't. And with the YouTube, it's so many ways to promote and to get the word across of what you're trying to do. The ways are really endless for real. You know, and when you want to boost your revenue, you want to boost sales, you tap into stuff like that. Like I don't have a YouTube channel. You know, I probably need one because all my clips and all of the footage that I keep. You know what I'm saying? It'll reach more people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's a platform even I haven't tapped into. Facebook, got that sold up. That does pretty well. You know what I mean? And it brings revenue in. But pretty much. That's just it. Like that's my take on it.
Well, getting back to also the way this whole pandemic crisis thing is going on, zombie apocalypse. I still call it that too. It kind of hit home when I was doing some deliveries this week, and I got to visit one of my businesses up in Gaston. And just to see like the look on people's faces, like the business owners, just like you can tell they're not happy. They're stressed out. And so I can't fault people because this week we've been going through this whole people want to reopen the country back. They want to hurry up and get back to normal. They want to hurry up and get back to work. I can't fault them for feeling like that because like I said, some people are affected by the virus because of the virus itself. And then some people are affected because it's hitting their pockets. But just to see them as business owners who have actually built something from the ground up, to see them just so distraught, it's like, oh my goodness, like I feel for them. So me doing pop-ups, still selling cakes, going out there making deliveries, doing YouTube, doing podcasts, doing whatever I need to do to make sure that I'm still bringing in some type of income and that I'm still promoting myself and pushing myself. I'm working on a cookbook. I make sure I do that because I see how it seemed like the life and the joy is just leaving their faces. I want to make sure I stay up and upbeat. So that's what I wanted to say on that topic. I'm going to wrap that topic up. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here because I didn't want to make this episode too long. I'm so glad that Lee did come and join me tonight. Yeah. And that he ate the muffins with me. What would you like for me to sample next time?
And they were great. Let me see what would I like for you to bake on the next episode. Let me see. Let me keep my brain real quick. Like something extravagant.
It can be extravagant, it can be simple. This was medium. It wasn't too easy, but it had some steps to it.
Yeah, these like really good. Like you had to really like work to get that top. Yeah. The way you got that.
Yeah. Oh, and to tell my audience, the cream cheese filling had it had cream cheese, it had the vanilla, it had sugar in it. You mix it up and then you put it to the side. And then the topping, you put that together. I was telling you about the ingredients about that earlier. You mix that up and then you put that to the side. Then you do the muffin batter. Now, the muffin batter, if anybody doesn't know, the muffin batter, you do it by hand. Do not do it by an electric mixer. Do it by hand. And then you put that one to the side and then you put all the ingredients together. So you put a little bit of the batter on the bottom of the muffin pan. You put a scoop of the cream cheese mixture in the middle. Then you put another scoop of the batter on top, and then you put the crumbles on the top, the strudels. I'm probably saying it wrong. then you bake it at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. So that's how you do it. So it's several steps in it, but it's not hard. It's just that it has several steps. So it's a pretty decent um, recipe. Most of the ingredients you can find in your own house already, like carrots, um, vegetable oil, sugar. You can already find that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really simple dessert. But I want you to think hard on what you want me to do next time. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. You can be anywhere else, but you decide to listen to me, and I'm grateful for that. I'm stumbling over my words.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, plug in your business one more time, and we're going to get out of here.
Oh yeah. Lee's Detail on the Go. Located Forestdale, Alabama. That address for anybody, that's 1240 Forestdale Boulevard. In the Forestdale Square Shopping Center, right on the side. That's where you can find me. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram, Leonte Sumler. Once you type the name in, it brings up everything. So
okay, so he big like that.
Yeah. So I'm not hard to get in contact with. No, it just a blessing. And then it just came from years of just, I call it like putting it in their face. And remember, like I told you like months ago, like pay everything, like put it in their face, like so they can constantly see it. Like so when they think of you, only thing they're thinking of is, hey, I need a cake. Hey, I need this bake.
That's
hey,
true.
Can you
and
do
it
this? Yes, because it's because it's you.
Yeah.
And you have to constantly do it. So that's one thing I would leave with anybody that sells anything, whatever type of business that you are in, push it. I mean, you have to make it to where like you breathe it. Like this is your new identity, because really over the last 4 going on 5 years, I've created like people know me, but they don't know me for anything else. They don't know the past or nothing. So you recreate your future now.
And that makes sense.
And you keep
that makes sense, because he used to get on me about that. He used to be like, put it in their face. And sometimes I'll be like, I want to take a break from social media. Because I'm be honest with you, I'm the kind of person, and I'm sure a lot of people are like this, they need that break from social media. I know since right now this crisis is going on, I think I've been promoting more now, but I know when I was doing this and doing that and doing that, social media is another job. So if you can even get somebody on your team that can run your social media, because right now I had to hire somebody to do my web design. She managed it, she made it, she created it. I couldn't do my web anymore. So definitely what he said, definitely be consistent on social media. Consistency is the key. I'm trying to stay. Period. It really is the key. And I'm trying to stay consistent on this podcast, and I've been doing good on YouTube. This week and last week. We'll see how next week goes. I hope we're gonna keep hope alive. But like he said, consistency is key. Definitely push out your business. And quality is key too. And that's why I'm in the process of getting another camera.
Quality will keep you alive. Yes. And I'll tell anybody, and just to add to that, quality control is the most important thing that will get you through whatever. Because people ask me all the time, they're like, how you doing now? And I say, I'm doing fine, because people, the quality, they can't get it from there. Then when all the other stuff that they could settle for, they got to go for the quality, and it will definitely make your business stand out. Can't really matter like if your father's not that strong, if you got a strong 30 or 40 or 50 people, but those 50 people believe in you, your taste, whatever brand that you're pitching, that's what you need, and they multiply off that. You know what I'm saying? You just let that multiply. You just let that kind of resonate, and you'll do fine. You'll make it year after year. Because who knows? I was out the trunk to now. You know what I'm saying? Started out the trunk to now, to not knowing, and to now. So that's a good run. You know what I'm saying? And you can stretch it as long as you can.
Yeah. Now let me piggyback off the quality. They said I'm about to run out of minutes. I'm gonna piggyback off the quality real quick. Thank you all for listening to this podcast. You can find part 2 on my Google Podcast, Spotify, and many more. Just go to Anchor, look up After Dinner. It's by Velvet Cake LLC. I linked I'm so sorry, I'm tongue-tied. I linked it below in the description. Thank you guys once again for listening. Definitely stay tuned for another episode. I will be dropping one sometime this week. Thank you guys. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you all later.